them with, because at the time, I was making a killing off selling computer programs and CDs and DVDs and workout videos and shit like that. I didn't have a 9 to 5. And um my thing was, as more of these kids coming, it got dawned on me like, okay, what we finna do? So I made the decision that in order for me to really, really, really get on my shit, I have to go someplace where I don't know anybody, I don't know any hoods, I don't know the homies, I don't know none of that. I gotta go somewhere and do something else. And that's what I did. Like I left. That was shit for me to do, but it was also the best decision for me and my kids. I left, and then, I changed my life around. I got out to the streets doing dumb stuff, and I started focusing on a career and focusing on going to school and doing things like that. So I didn't know nothing about 401ks and stocks and bonds and all that. I didn't know nothing about this stuff until I left, because now I felt like, all right, I got no distraction. Nobody's distracting me. Can't nobody distract me. I'm focused. I'm locked in. So when we did that, I feel like that was the greatest move I ever did, and it was sucked leaving, because my kids. I go from seeing my kids every day to, seeing them every other weekend. So I evolved from that, and I became something more important. And then I grew up to the point where, you know, I found a woman that wanted to marry a dude with 7 kids, who had drive, who had motivation, who had a grind to actually do something in this world. So these are the things that put the stepping stones. So now when I did come back to my kids, when they did see me, when they did come visit me, they don't have to duck and dodge bullets. They don't have to, what I'm saying, duck under tables when gunshots ring off or people fight or things like that. These are things that I'm proud of now, because I feel like I'm doing things my way. I always had my own roadmap on how I want to do it. Chicago was rough, but it also made me who I am, and I had that feeling like if I could make it here, I truly can make it anywhere. That was my whole basis of growing. Like, I can't stand stagnant. I hate being stagnant. Like, I feel like every day I have to do something. I have to do something more than what I did yesterday. So growth was key for me. And you miss the homies, you miss the neighborhood, you miss things like that. But you also don't want to be missed when you're gone, because you decided to stick around in the hood longer than you should have. The goal has always been to get out the hood. I don't know somebody who just wakes up like, yo, I like living in these circumstances every day of their life. Like, I like living in where I got to duck gunshots and people getting robbed and stabbed and killed. And I don't want to live in that type of environment. It happens more regularly than people think, but you got to learn how to be smart, especially when you got kids. So we evolved and we moved forward, and that's basically what I got from it. Chicago is dark, but your environment is just your environment. You don't like it, change it.
That's environmentally correct.
I
It
have to
is.
agree with your sentiments there, bro. That's an amazing story.
Hold on.
Um,
You said something interesting. Well, let me go ask you a question. I got a question. He said something.
yeah, my question was, have you killed anybody?
Okay, no, that's not what we're talking about, right? That's not what
Nah,
we're
man, I ain't never killed nobody.
See, that's the right answer, bro. That's the best answer
Yeah,
you
I
could
ain't
give
never
because you
killed
know.
nobody.
So my question with your family situation. You said something. It was hard to find a woman to accept you that you had 7 kids that would marry you, because I don't think that's hard. I think statistically that
No,
makes it
no,
easier.
no. It's not hard to find a woman. It's hard to find a good one. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? It was hard to find a good woman who knew my story and knew what I came with. But I think the beauty of it is, because I've had people walk out on dates with me after expressing how many kids I have or how attentive I am to my kids if they call during the date or something like that. Because a lot of women would be like, oh, he has all these kids. that means he doesn't have enough time or enough money to spend on me. And I've had people tell me that, you know, like to my face. So it wasn't hard finding a woman. It was just more so finding a good woman, finding the woman for me.
Did she have kids when you?
Yeah, she had two boys.
Did you count those kids in your numbers, or you didn't count?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good man. Because Simmy does it too. He
Man,
counts his
man.
kids as
Oh yeah.
fiance's kids.
I had to, man. Like, you know, I've been around
And
them for 4 years, so I technically see them as mine because I feel like, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You can't
I
take the
mean,
woman without
if
taking the
you
kid.
put food in them, I mean, you can, but
Yeah.
it's terrible. Unless you're a terrible person, you can, but unless you're a terrible person, allegedly, she can have her kids. Not fight.
Facts.
But yeah, I don't think anything. I don't know. The older I get, the more and more I am accepting of that. When we were younger, and my friends, they always date women with kids somehow haphazardly. I don't know what he would do. And we all had no kids, and we used to call that nigga stepdaddy.
Fact.
And now he's the only one in our crew without kids. Just to think about it. Yeah, he's the
Listen,
only
man,
one
I,
without kids of his own.
I stopped dating women with multiple baby daddies. Up when right a little bit before I got married, I came in with a rule like, um, you can have kids. I have no issue with you having kids, but I felt like anything more than one baby daddy was not a match for me because I got involved in a shootout. Not I wasn't in the shootout per se, but the woman had I was in the house and the woman had two baby daddies and I don't know, I guess they pulled up at the same time or whatever and she wouldn't let them in because I was there. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they thought the reason that they couldn't get in was because of the other. So they had a big ass shootout. Nobody got hit or nothing, but they had a big ass shootout in front of her place. So I said, yeah, we ain't doing this no more. I don't care how good it is. Cause my thing used to be if you had 4 or 5 kids, I wanted to see what it is that's making every dude you get with bust in you. So I wanted to see what the fuss was about. Oh yeah, that shootout changed my whole opinion on women with multiple baby daddies.
I think pullout game just weak. I don't think I. I think most niggas
You're
just don't
terrible,
pull up.
Reed.
I mean, I don't
Absolutely
know.
terrible. Well, no, but I think that's maturity is to learn from the situation because there are some people who have just been like, that's a Wednesday, and it's like, nah, bro, you gotta care about yourself and also care about your kids because I mean, at the end of the day, you're responsible to them.
Them niggas was on an ego trip. I didn't even have to be there to know all of that was about egos.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all ain't got no beef. She let y'all both nut in her pussy. What the other nigga got to do with anything? Like, y'all niggas tripping. I feel like, nigga, both y'all nutting her. Like, hey, what are y'all beefing for? Y'all both, like,
Still fucked though.
I mean, I don't understand the beef. I'll be confused.
Yeah. Say that again.
I don't know. I wouldn't understand the beef between somebody else, the baby daddy, and me. I'd be like, bro, we what we beefing for? Like, like I don't get it. Like, I'll be so confused.
Well, I think with and this is just speaking off my experience. Like, when I met my wife, her her kid's father was not in the picture at all. Like he wasn't nowhere in sight. But it was like the moment that he found out or he got a hint that she was actually dealing with someone who stepping up, taking care of her and his kids, it's then that he wanted to become a I want my family back ass nigga. And that pissed me off.
You gotta
Like,
be
dude,
faster
you
than that.
had these kids haven't seen you. Yeah, these kids haven't seen you. They haven't been around you. And now all of a sudden, because I'm in the picture, so now you want to step up because now you feel like she might actually be happy. Nah, I think that's where a lot of people's beefs come from.
No,
Ex
I feel
sees. Hmm?
you a question? Did you have a problem with him forming a relationship with children, or he was trying to do the whole thing? Because that means he didn't want the
No,
children.
no,
He
he
just wanted
was
her.
anything he wanted to do for them had to be attached to her.
Oh,
Like
then no, he didn't want the kids.
like he would do some slick shit like I'm in town, I thought I'd take you and the kids out to dinner and shit like that.
Oh,
And
take your kids. They can take your kids.
yeah, I'd be in the background like you can come get your kids, chief. Like, but this woman is not included in that package.
That's
So
your package
he
now.
Trying to keep me away from my kids.
and
You
then
trying to
it would
keep me.
always become, all right, well, never mind. You ain't even never mind. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like anything he wanted to do for the kids, he wanted to include her. And I just be like, nah, we're not doing that. Like,
That nigga's a trash ass
so
human being.
I think he really ramped it up after we got married. He really ramped up his disappearances after that. After we got married and he realized that it was really nothing else he could do, he pops in every blue moon. Like I will never stop a dude from ever, you know what I'm saying, trying to be involved with their kids. I would never do that because I would never want nobody to do that shit to me. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna try to include yourself in this family photo, thinking the frame is big enough. Nah, chief, that shit dead. It's over with. Like you had an opportunity, you blew it. Now you just gotta live with it because it was this one I knew it was bullshit. That was he was supposed to get them last summer. So he was supposed to get them. We was gonna fly out there and take them to him. Once he found out I was coming, because I definitely wasn't letting her finna go fly to I think he was in Atlanta or some shit. Definitely wasn't finna have that. Now it's nothing against her, but it's more so with him. So I told her like, yo, I'm gonna go with you. Once he found out I was coming, he started making up a whole bunch of excuses on as to why he couldn't get them right now, that moment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I pretty much knew it was bullshit. Like, nah, Chief, you thought that she was gonna fly out there and you thought you was gonna have a chance to go ahead on and shoot your shot one last time and try to be on some I'm a seducer type shit. But what you didn't know is that I was coming, and once you found out I was coming, he flipped the script up. So it was like, man, I never stop a dude from being active in your kids' lives, but your boundaries are drawn. You know what I'm saying? You might
You're her husband.
have,
You're supposed to do that. You
yeah,
don't put her in situations in which whatever.
yeah.
That's not even saying you don't trust her or anything. You just don't put people in those kind of situations
Yeah.
because a lot of women are called that controlling. By the way, and that's
I
why they're
mean,
single.
I
That's
mean,
why
yeah,
they're
I mean,
single.
it's controlling to a sense because, but here's the thing though, and I'm gonna tell you the difference. When I met her, she met all my kids' mothers. Like before we even got serious, she met all my kids' mothers. Two of my kids' mothers are in relationships with women, so she knew like there's nothing going on with them, and absolutely. My oldest, I haven't been with my oldest son. He's 16. He's about to be 16. I haven't been with his mother since he was 6 months. So that's over 15 years where we have had no type of contact sexually, anything like that. And then I feel like with me and my kids' mothers, we get along because we took the fucking out of it. Like we are not fucking, we are not having relations, and that makes it so much easier to co-parent.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't.
Well, for
Your
me,
What you
I can
situation's
mean? Yes, it
special.
does.
Your
I
situation's
can speak
special, bro. You
I can
can't talk
speak
on
for
it.
me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no, he's
saying?
right.
So once she met all my kids' mother, she had to meet him. You know what I'm saying? It was only right. When this dude came along, this dude didn't want to meet me. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying, try to bypass me like I was one of them or some shit. So this is when I knew shit was different. Like, nah, like I'm not again, hear the conversations or what he try to be on